Right now, protests at Planned Parenthood from both sides of the issue, and one side says it's feeling harassed. We'll show you what's happening.
Plus, the battle over gender-affirming care, what lawmakers are proposing to ban, and how the opposition is responding.
And with all the rain, we've got some leftover moisture, a little bit of light fog for the morning commute, but we are looking at some dry weather for a change. We'll have the first morning forecast coming up.
Hey, good Thursday morning, everyone, and welcome to News 3 Now This Morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Leah Lynchide. Thanks for waking up with us. You are starting off your Thursday with something we haven't seen in a little bit. That's a chance for sun.
Yeah, a chance for sun, and it's not going to be a whole lot today, so don't get your hopes up too much.
It's something. We'll take
something.
it.
Anything but the gray, low clouds that we've had the last couple of days, but it's going to be turning out to be a beautiful weekend headed our way. This morning, though, if you're headed out the door, the fog isn't too thick, but you're going to notice the low clouds out there, kind of some low-hanging clouds. Visibility is down to 3 miles in Janesville, 4 miles in Platteville. Still potential over the next hour or so for some of this fog to continue to develop. A lot of low clouds this morning. This will continue into the early afternoon hours, but eventually I think some of these clouds will break up. That should boost our temperatures into the lower 70s. So a little bit brighter skies for the afternoon hours, as we will see a little bit of sun returning this afternoon, and warming weather into the weekend, low 80s. A lot of sunshine expected for the upcoming weekend, so as we're going into October, it looks like it's going to be well above average. I don't know if we'll get some records, but we'll be close, it looks like, early next week. The daily planner calling on temperatures in the lower 70s. Fog this morning, some low clouds. We're looking at some afternoon sun going into today. We'll take a look at some of those impressive rainfall totals coming up here in about 15 minutes.
Okay, Kelly, thank you very much. New information now. 3 Republican state lawmakers, including Assembly Speaker Robin Vos, are introducing legislation to ban gender-affirming care for minors. The legislation would prevent doctors and medical providers from medical practices on anyone under 18 if it's done, quote, for the purpose of changing the minor's body to a sex that's discordant with the minor's biological sex. The legislature's LGBTQ+ caucus calls the proposal an attack on transgender youth. It said in a statement, quote, once again, Republicans are interfering with private medical decisions that belong in the hands of patients and their doctors, not politicians. Gender-affirming care reduces gender dysphoria and helps people live healthy and authentic lives.
The second GOP presidential debate is in the books for this season, 4 months out from the Iowa caucuses. 7 Republican candidates took to the stage last night in a late-night showdown at 10 p.m. 2 of the biggest targets for those debating, President Biden and former President Trump, who once again skipped. The latest CBS News poll shows Trump leads the GOP field in Iowa by 30 points. The spokesperson says Trump will skip the next debate as well. That one is scheduled for November 8th in Miami.
We are one day closer to the deadline for a deal before the federal government shuts down, but Republicans on Capitol Hill are still worlds apart on some key issues. The Senate is working on a continuing resolution to fund the government for the next 6 weeks at current spending levels. But with additional dollars in there for Ukraine and U.S. disaster relief, it's a non-starter for House Republicans. Speaker Kevin McCarthy is pushing for a short-term bill of his own.
We will pass a continuing resolution, bring that rule up hopefully on Friday.
I'm a no and will remain a no. My advice is buckle up. There's turbulence ahead.
Any House Republican comfortable with shutting down the government should explain themselves directly to the soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines whose paychecks will stop after Saturday.
McCarthy is promising Republican priorities like deep spending cuts and tougher border policies to get hardline GOP holdouts on board. But some say they'll only vote for a long-term budget, not a short-term extension.
Now to a breaking update from overnight. U.S. soldier and Racine native Travis King is officially back on U.S. soil this morning. King flew in on a U.S. military flight, landing at Kelly Field at Joint Base San Antonio Fort Sam Houston around 12:30 this morning. That's all according to CNN. King was escorted off the plane by several people and then taken to another area of the military base. It is expected that King will be taken to Brooke Army Medical Center in San Antonio, which has a program dedicated to help Americans after being detained.
Another day of protests, both for and against abortion services in Wisconsin. Pro-choice and pro-life groups were outside the Planned Parenthood clinic on Madison's east side yesterday.
It's been 10 days since abortion services resumed here in Wisconsin. The groups out protesting told our Armand Rahman they feel attacked and harassed by the other side.
Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death.
Both sides of the issue
Our bodies, our rights, taking stands on both sides of the street in front of the East Madison Planned Parenthood Clinic.
We know that we need to be here to make sure patients can access health care, including abortion.
Both groups were smaller since the last demonstration on the day abortion services resumed in Wisconsin. But those supporting reproductive rights, including a woman who claimed abortion saved her life, say they aren't sitting back.
Anti-abortion groups are very, very, very upset that Planned Parenthood has reopened. They are opposed to abortion. They're also opposed to people having access to contraception.
Those on the pro-life side claim they're not antagonistic.
There's no harassment. I would encourage anyone to come out and watch with us.
They're kicking off what they call their 40 Days for Life prayer vigil.
We're out here to pray, fast, and peacefully witness to the end of the intentional destruction of human life.
As the legality of Wisconsin's 1849 abortion ban moves through the courts, they argue it should still be illegal.
It was surreal because I don't know of many situations where people expect a law is not going to be enforced, and so things resume. And it didn't seem to go through the court procedure or anything. It just all of a sudden somehow was decided.
So we're going to close its doors and went out of business in the Bronx. Can we do it? Yes, we can!
Back before Roe v. Wade was passed, a retired nurse here says she treated women who had to seek what's called backdoor abortions, not done by medical professionals.
And they came in hemorrhaging, and they came in septic shock. And some of them died.
She wants to make sure no one else feels they have to go through that.
We can't go back. We can't go back.
Armand Rahman reporting this morning. Planned Parenthood of Wisconsin says the Dane County judge's ruling was the clarification it needed to offer services again. The legal battle is expected to be appealed all the way to the state Supreme Court.
Meantime, there is a new task force on human trafficking here in Wisconsin. The goal will be to help guide policymakers at the Capitol. It's one of 4 new groups tackling issues ranging from childhood obesity to artificial intelligence. The task force is expected to hear expert testimony and provide a recommendation for legislation.
The lack of concrete statistics for our state is hurting all of us, and it's hurting survivors of the violence the most, those that are greatly impacted.
It's possible we could see recommendations come from the task force within a matter of months to up to a year.
New information now. A man will serve 13 years in prison after prosecutors say he used a storage unit in Madison to store 2 kilograms of heroin. Authorities also found guns in that storage unit being used by 34-year-old Derry McDuffie. Officers followed him to the unit last fall after they say he was coming back from delivering meth and heroin. Officers found the drugs, guns, and ammunition inside. He pleaded guilty to drug charges back in June.
Tonight, the Packers are back for Week 4, hosting the Lions at Lambeau Field for Thursday Night Football. So remember, since it's Thursday night, you're going to need an Amazon Prime subscription to watch it. It's all because of a contractual agreement between the NFL and Amazon. You won't be able to watch the Packers on regular TV unless you have that Prime account. Kickoff is 7:15 tonight. Meantime, the Bucks making a huge splash in the NBA, trading for 7-time All-Star Damian Lillard. A 3-team trade by the Bucks, Portland Trail Blazers, and Phoenix Sun landed Milwaukee the league's 3rd top scorer from last season. A lot of moving parts to this deal, but it completely changes the Bucks lineup headed into the next season, giving Giannis Antetokounmpo another star to play with. Coming up in a little bit, sports director Zach Hanley will break down what the Bucks had to give up to get Lillard.
Well, here at News 3 Now, we've got another week to go for our Coats for Kids campaign. Please drop off any donations you would like to drop off at any Clinky Cleaners location near you by October 7th. We'll be handing them out to kids who need them starting next month. So far, we've received 1,565 donations. We so appreciate that. Check out channel3000.com for distribution details and other ways to donate.
6:08 coming up, kids and vaping. In today's Time for Kids, we'll share some expert advice on how to talk to your kids about it.
And still ahead in sports, how a local kid went from walk-on to team captain.
It's the Portage Furniture Store's anniversary sale on now with a huge in-stock inventory of top brands for every room in your home, including all new power lift chairs and always free delivery. The Portage Furniture Store's anniversary sale. Don't miss it.
There's a reason big dental bills often come as a shock, because sometimes you don't realize what's not covered until you get the bill. That's why affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual is important. It can give you benefits that go beyond what you get from more limited coverage plans. Because no one likes a big dental bill, especially if you're retired or on a fixed income. For a free information kit, call or go online now. This isn't some discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance that helps cover over 350 procedures, like cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures, at any dentist you want. Dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company helps cover preventive care, basic work, and major procedures with no deductibles and no annual maximum. For your free information kit with all the details, call now or visit sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Get 11% off everything now at Menards. Always know who's at your door with a smart video doorbell from Fight Electric. See live video on your phone or smart device from anywhere. Right now, only $49.99 after rebate. October is Fire Prevention Month, and Kidde Home Safety products help keep your family safe for when it matters most. Pick up a 10-year sealed battery smoke alarm for only $17.97 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
I told myself I was okay with my moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis symptoms.
With my psoriatic arthritis symptoms. But just okay isn't okay.
And I was done settling.
If you still have symptoms after a TNF blocker like Humira or Enbrel, Rinvoq is different and may help. Rinvoq is a once-daily pill that can dramatically relieve RA and PSA symptoms, including fatigue for some. It can stop joint damage, and in PSA, can leave skin clear or almost clear.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers including lymphoma and skin cancer, death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occurred. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Done settling?
Ask your rheumatologist for Rinvoq.
And take back what's yours.
Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
It's the Portage Furniture Store's anniversary sale on now with a huge in-stock inventory of top brands for every room in your home with Serta Queen mattresses from $299 and always free delivery. The Portage Furniture Store's anniversary sale. Don't miss.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
It's time for kids. We're talking about vaping and what kids and families need to know. Here to help us out with that is Megan Tim, Director of Community Health. They're partners at SSM Health. Good morning, Megan.
Good morning.
So I think the misconception with vaping, right, is that it's healthier than smoking traditional cigarettes. Is that still the case, especially among our youth?
Unfortunately, that is the case. I had hoped that that would go away by now, but unfortunately, no. And flavors aren't necessarily helping our cause either. So when there's all these flavors that are on the markets, a lot of our students believe that they are smoking something that's a healthier option. It's also more enticing to smoke that option.
When you go into the classrooms in Rock County and you talk to middle schoolers and other students, what else are you telling them about vaping?
Yeah. So I often like to ask them, what do you know? Let's learn what you know about them first. And a lot of students do know that there's nicotine in there, that is the addictive quality of vaping. They know that it's not just water vapor, that there's got to be something else going on. They know that all of the 8th graders are smoking, right? When I talk to 6th graders, it's the perception really that everyone is vaping. But when you talk to the 8th graders, they say, all the high schoolers are vaping. And so when you have this peer pressure going on that you assume at that next level for yourself as a student is that everyone's doing it, that pressure gets really, really intense.
So for the parents watching at home this morning, if they think or suspect that their kids might be vaping, what should they do?
Yeah, I think it's easy to get to that disciplinary act right away, right? And to want to crack down on it because it comes out of fear for us as parents. And what I would do is ask your student, what does vaping look like at school right now? Is that something that bothers you? Are you concerned about using it? Do you want to use it? Like, have some really honest conversations. When I talk to a lot of students, especially those in the 6th grade, most of them don't want to vape. They just think that it's something that everybody does. And so when you can talk to students and say, if you really choose not to vape, let's get you the tools so that you can really stand by that decision. Let's role play. Let's talk about it because it's going to happen. Someone's going to offer a vape to a student in the middle school and high school. It's almost pretty likely for every student these days. So how do we get our teens and our, middle school age students really prepared for that and give them the tools that they need so they can feel really confident in that decision.
I like that. Well, thanks for helping us out this morning on a pretty important topic.
Thanks for having me.
All right, good morning. We're finally waking up, and we don't need the umbrella. We're not having to dodge the puddles out here this morning. We may have a little bit of fog in some spots, but we did get some pretty good rainfall totals after the rains that we had all week long. So at the Arboretum on the south side of Madison, 2.5 inches of rain. At Mount Horeb, 2 1/3. Columbus, over 2 inches, about 2 inches in Lone Rock, and Monona, 1.5 inches in Baraboo. And we actually had some pockets that picked up a lot more than that. And all of southern Wisconsin really had a pretty good dose of some rain. Well, hopefully we'll be able to see a little bit more of that sunshine over the next couple of days. Thanks to Melissa for sending this beautiful photo as the sun was coming up in Argyle. I'm not going to see the sun this morning, but our radar is quiet currently. Visibility right now, not too bad in Madison, but we can see some low clouds this morning, down to 3 miles in Platteville and Janesville. The visibility over the next hour or so might get close to 1 mile in some spots, but I don't think it will see real widespread fog this morning. It will burn off very quickly as well. So we are looking at a little bit of fog this morning again later on tonight. Very typical this time of the year because of the long nights, and we still have a little bit of humidity in the air. It looks like the conditions will be dry right through next Tuesday, and temperatures this weekend into early next week could be in the lower 80s as we're starting the month of October. 71 expected today. You can see some of the low clouds there from our sky cam here at the station. Our average now is 68. Sun will be up at 6:51. So we're talking about very warm temperatures, low 80s as we go through the weekend into early next week. But then it really tumbles. This is October, so things can change quickly. But we have what we call an omega block pattern setting up. And what is that? An omega block. We have low pressure on the west coast, high pressure right in the middle, and low pressure on the east coast. Kind of a blocking pattern. Looks like the Greek letter omega. That'll be with us. That'll be bringing us warm temperatures right through the weekend into early next week. And so enjoy that because it's going to be a really nice weekend setting up. 61 in Madison, 63 in Janesville, 59 in Juneau. Looking at a lot of clouds this morning, but we will look at a partly to mostly cloudy sky this afternoon as we climb into the lower 70s today. And there are those above average temperatures going into the middle part of next week. First warm forecast, 70s today and tomorrow, but there are those 80s, a lot of sunshine, just a picture perfect weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Get out and enjoy it. We will start to see some changes, though, by the middle and later part of next week with temperatures tumbling back in the 70s.
When it comes to Big Ten volleyball, obviously nobody's better than Wisconsin. The Badgers have won 4 straight conference titles, but it's even bigger than that. They've won 20 straight Big Ten matches. That streak was on the line in Columbus for a top 25 showdown with Ohio State. Badgers already up a set in the second. Izzy Ashburn to Temi Thomas-Ailara. And it's Temi time. She paints the line for the point for one of her 10 kills on the night. Then in the third, it's time for the block party. Anna Smrek and Carter Booth with a little access denied on the Buckeyes. Wisconsin sweeps Ohio State in straight sets. Before Wisconsin kicked off their season, Luke Fickell announced the 4-team captains that were voted on by their teammates to represent the program. Marty Strye was one of them, and it's been quite a journey for the Sun Prairie native. He walked on to UW, earned a scholarship, and now he's a team captain. Even before his days as a Sun Prairie Cardinal,
man wide open, touchdown Sun Prairie. That is Marty Strye.
Marty Strye knew where he wanted to play college ball.
Wanting to be a Badger was something that I'd had in mind almost forever.
And when the offer came to walk on,
after talking it over with my coach, my parents, I committed on the spot. But I knew that was what I wanted to do.
He was officially a Badger a day later. Fast forward to now,
Good job, Marty.
And it's been one heck of a journey for Strye at Wisconsin.
Coming in as a walk-on, working my way up the totem pole, having injuries.
And it's been all worth it.
2 of the coolest phone calls that I've made were when I was put on scholarship for the first time.
The other one was earlier this season when the former walk-on was named a team captain.
Being named captain is one of the greatest honors of my life. I think anytime you have the respect of your teammates, it means a lot. Particularly for me, just knowing the journey that I've had since I've been here in my 6 years.
6 years Strye wouldn't change for the world.
Being a part of the Wisconsin program was always something I took a lot of pride in, right? And whether I was playing or not, being able to be a part of the team, help contribute, and say that I was a Wisconsin Badger meant a lot to me.
It's officially Dame time in Milwaukee. The Bucks pulled off a blockbuster 3-team trade to bring in Damian Lillard, and in the process, they're now the odds-on favorites to win the NBA title this upcoming season. To get Lillard, the Deer traded Drew Holiday to the Blazers, along with 3 future draft picks, and Grayson Allen to the Suns. Lillard averaged 32 points and 7 assists per game last season in Portland. And that's it for Morning Sports. Have a great day.
Thanks, Zach. Still ahead, now that the writer's strike is over, late-night talk shows are about to come back. We're going to tell you when, coming up next.
And as we head to break, a look at gas prices across the area this morning. Stay with us.
Donate kids' winter coats at Clinky Cleaners during Coats for Kids.
This week's Hy-Vee hot deals are fresh ground beef, just $2.98 for a 1-pound roll. Honeycrisp apples, just $1.88 a pound. And Hy-Vee tomato or chicken noodle soup, just 48 cents. Only at Hy-Vee.
Looks like you've been sleeping well.
Megan, he's back. The My Pillow guy.
And you're looking good.
Still feeling good.
Well, just when you thought it couldn't get any better, we've got the best pillow ever, My Pillow 2.0. When I invented My Pillow, it had everything you'd ever want in a pillow. Well, now there's new technology that makes it even better. My Pillow 2.0 has my patented fill combined with a cooling fabric with temperature regulating thread. My Pillow 2.0 is truly the next generation of My Pillow.
The best sleep just got even better. Whether you have a MyPillow or not, you need to get the brand new MyPillow 2.0. Call or go to MyPillow.com now. Use your promo code, and for a limited time when you buy one, you'll get a second one absolutely free.
You're sleeping even better.
And cooler, too.
And you're looking good.
Feeling good.
I knew you would.
Visit MyPillow.com.
My name is Josh Sanabria, and I'm the owner at Isla Veterinary Boutique Hospital. I was 5-6 years of age, and I knew I was going to be a vet. Once Alexandra called me to let me know that Bank of America had approved my loan, it was important to me.
We not only just provide the financing piece, we do everything that we can to surround them with the right people.
All you need is a perfect, amazing team that will guide you through the right steps to be successful, and that's what Bank of America was for me.
Why didn't we do this last year?
Before you were preventing migraine with Qulipta?
And look at me now. You'll never truly forget migraine, but 0 migraine days are possible.
Don't take if allergic to Qulipta. Most common side effects are nausea, constipation, and sleepiness.
Qulipta, the forget you get migraine medicine.
This Friday through Monday only, everyone gets up to 65% off list. It's Slumberland's Customer Appreciation Sale, and it's a huge deal. Get our best discounts of the whole year. September 29th through October 2nd, shop our wide range of furniture and mattresses, up to 65% off. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, the Customer Appreciation Sale, only at Slumberland Furniture. Our best discounts of the whole year, up to 65% off. Do not miss this one.
Create your perfect room for entertaining, relaxing, and more with patio enclosures. Right now, get up to $6,500 off your sunroom. Plus, enjoy exceptional financing. Call today.
Patio Enclosures.
This Thursday, one day only, earn a 50-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $50 you spend. That's a 50-cent fuel saver for every $50. Thursday only, and only at Hy-Vee.
Welcome back. Our main director, Sue, sharing her morning with us. Her Evansville golf team won the league and decided to celebrate at the local bowling alley.
Congratulations. Sue is the red-haired there, second from the left.
A good-looking gal.
Yeah, with a huge grin on her face. Congratulations. I bet these ladies had a few laughs over the year, huh?
Better believe it.
Hey, congratulations. Well done. Now it's time to get the bowling ball out, get that polished.
Yeah, time for bowling league, Sue. Get ready.
All right, let's see what's trending today. So with all the strike news going on, we want to get you caught up. So the writer's strike is over. The actor's strike still going on. So that means that we're going to see late-night talk shows return. That's going to start happening tomorrow. I thought that was me for a second.
It kind of looks like you.
Sorry.
You know,
Okay, that's really funny.
I thought a close-up of me popped up.
Wow.
I'm like, wait a minute.
Pat yourself on the back a little bit, huh?
Anyway, so the late night talk shows are coming back on Monday. John Oliver is going to come back Sunday night.
That looks like you.
Right. That was me in junior high.
There you go.
And then the Colbert is me at 45.
Okay, we'll go with that.
All right.
So you got a side gig or what?
Moonlight is a late night talk show host. It's going to be good to get some fresh TV back on the airwaves.
You're telling me we don't watch.
It's a little too late for us. But.
Yeah, we have no idea.
Yeah. I mean, I assume that it's good for everyone who stays up late enough.
You watch in the morning. You get a little
I like it
taste
when
of
they
it
include clips in the eye opener on CBS mornings. Like to hear a good, because they vary it up too. They throw a little bit from all the different networks in there, depending on who's got the good jokes. And yeah, Kelly, you mentioned this an hour ago. Now that we're going to get into the thick of political season,
they're going to need it.
They're going to be working. It's going to be good to have those late night talk show hosts back.
All right, Kelly, hit us with a quick first warn weather.
Yeah, a little fog this morning. We do have some low clouds, but actually it should be a nice afternoon. And for once, no rain expected today. Maybe a little bit of sun as we climb in the upper 60s and low 70s today. A little fog this morning, but some sun this afternoon. Really nice weather headed into the weekend.
Don't go anywhere, folks. We're back right after this.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
The fresh timer starts the minute a tomato gets picked. That's why at Pick and Save, we shorten the time from harvest to home. So no matter how you shop, you'll have more time to enjoy your fresh produce. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
With Chevy Silverado and Silverado HD, you can take on the mountains, or you can move them. With the power of up to 36,000 pounds of max available towing and the confidence of an available 13.4-inch diagonal touchscreen. Whatever your mountain, there's a Silverado for you. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all Silverado 1500 pickups. Plus, get $750 cash allowance on this Silverado. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
I would never show my teeth. Never. Would never smile. And it forces you into this submission of silence because you don't think that anybody's going to take what you have to say seriously. Invisalign has changed my life forever.
I was stuck. Unresolved depression symptoms were in my way. I needed more from my antidepressant. Vraylar helped give it a lift.
Adding Vraylar to an antidepressant is clinically proven to help relieve overall depression symptoms better than an antidepressant alone. And in Vraylar clinical studies, most saw no substantial impact on weight. Elderly dementia patients have increased risk of death or stroke, report unusual changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults, report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, as these may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may be permanent. High blood sugar, which can lead to coma or death, weight gain, and high cholesterol may occur. Movement dysfunction and restlessness are common side effects. Stomach and sleep issues, dizziness, increased appetite, and fatigue are also common. Side effects may not appear for several weeks.
I didn't have to change my treatment. I just gave it a lift.
Ask about Vraylar and learn how AbbVie could help you save.
Hold it! Imagine a world with no drama.
I haven't signed Joni's card yet.
Ordering promotional products guaranteed to create memorable moments is an easy mission at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain. I'm Megan Tim, Director of Community Health at SSM Health. You may know us as healthcare providers, but we live here too. And as good neighbors, we know our community thrives when we take care of each other. That's why SSM Health and News 3 Now are sharing the keys to health. Watch for our expert information and advice on air, online, and at fun local events. Join SSM Health and News 3 Now, and together, we'll unlock a healthier community by taking time for kids.
At Pick and Save, everyone wins when it comes to savings because you get the same great prices, deals, and rewards on pickup or delivery as you do in store. So no matter how you shop, everyone saves big. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Presidential candidates are trying hard to set themselves apart. This morning, which ones slam former President Donald Trump for skipping last night's debate?
Plus, federal student loan payments start back up on Sunday. The tools available to help borrowers stay afloat.
And looking outside for the first time this half hour. Getting a little light out there, but hey, Kelly, no rain.
No rain on the radar. Won't need the umbrella today. We do have a little bit of fog. We'll check out those visibilities coming up.
Good Thursday morning, everybody. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Leah Lynchide.
I'm Chris Stanford. Kelly Slifka's got your certified most accurate forecast here in Madison. Kelly, here comes some sunshine after a couple of rainy, dreary days.
Yeah, several days in a row of this rain, but this morning it's still kind of gray and dreary, and we do have a little bit of fog, just some low clouds here in Madison, so the fog isn't really too thick. You can notice the humidity out there, though, this morning. Visibility is down near 3 miles in Janesville and also Platteville, so it's not real thick, but just a little bit dreary this morning, but no rain expected throughout the morning hours into the afternoon. And I will expect more cloud cover this afternoon than sun, but at least some breaks in the overcast, a little bit brighter skies later today, and that should boost our temperatures up into the lower 70s. So sun returns this afternoon, at least a little bit better chance of more widespread sun tomorrow. Warming trend into the weekend, we're talking about some low 80s, rounding out September, headed into the first few days of October. So right now we're at 61. Low clouds this morning. Winds are calm. The winds will be out of the east-northeast. Our temperatures generally in the 60s this morning, but should be rising into the low 70s. More on that warm-up headed in the weekend coming up.
Okay, Kelly, thank you very much. New this morning, 7 Republican presidential candidates are waking up, wondering if they made a dent in former President Trump's commanding lead.
Yeah, so Trump's rivals would like to stop his momentum before the Iowa caucuses formally kick off the presidential nomination season, and that's coming up in just 4 months. Danya Backus reports from California.
7 Republican candidates trailing Donald Trump in the polls by a wide margin spent the night competing for their breakout moment.
Donald Trump hides behind the walls of his golf clubs and won't show up here to answer questions like all the rest of us are up here to answer.
Donald Trump is missing in action. He should be on this stage tonight. He owes it to you to defend his record where they added $7.8 trillion to the debt. That set the stage for the inflation that we have now.
After skipping the first GOP debate in August, the former president campaigned in Michigan Wednesday instead of joining his GOP rivals at the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library. GOP candidates debated a range of national issues that at times unite and sometimes divide the party. GOP candidates went after President Biden on a range of national issues, including immigration, the environment, and the economy.
And Joe Biden's Green New Deal agenda is good for Beijing and bad for Detroit.
Unlock American energy, drill, frack, burn coal, embrace nuclear energy, put people back to work by no longer paying them more money to stay at home.
Joe Biden should not be on the picket line. He should be on the southern border working to close our southern border because it is unsafe, wide open, and insecure.
Former Vice President Mike Pence, former U.S. Ambassador to the UN Nikki Haley, and entrepreneur Vivek Ramaswamy worked to set themselves apart from the crowd.
I favor ending birthright citizenship for the kids of illegal immigrants in this country.
Well, these law enforcement officers, they arrest these people, and then they go and they're let out the very next day. So law enforcement feels like no one has their back. We have to start prosecuting according to the law.
South Carolina Senator Tim Scott, North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum, and former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie also shared the spotlight. Danya Backus, CBS News, Simi Valley, California.
According to a pre-debate poll from Economist YouGov, former President Trump leads the rest of the field by 39 points. Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley are the next highest-ranking candidates.
Another Wisconsin man is being charged in connection with the January 6th attacks at the U.S. Capitol back in 2021. According to a complaint filed just this week, 37-year-old Charles Walters from Sparta was identified by body camera footage from Capitol Police. Authorities say that video shows him destroying fencing near a police line. You can see him highlighted here in this picture. He enters the Capitol wearing that helmet and ballistic-style vest. He's the 11th person arrested from Wisconsin on charges related to that day.
The DNR will start cracking down harder on water pollution. The board just approved some new rules that business groups say will increase costs beyond what's permitted under state law. Groups including WMC, the Wisconsin Paper Council, and the Wisconsin Dairy Alliance all say the DNR's 2-year costs underestimate impacts by nearly $55 million. The rule applies to all increased pollutants like phosphorus and ammonia in treated wastewater, polluted runoff from construction or industrial sites, and large-scale livestock pollution. DNR staff say the rule is necessary to preserve Wisconsin's high water quality.
An update now. We've learned a driver was traveling nearly 25 miles over the speed limit before crashing into a Verona school principal in January. Despite this, there are no criminal charges against him in the death of Beth Steffen. Instead, he received a speeding ticket. Fitchburg police say there's no evidence the driver was using his phone before the crash or that he was impaired in some way. Steffen was a principal at Badger Ridge Middle School at the time of her death.
Madison's CARES program and alternative for nonviolent crisis response could be expanding. Dane County Executive Joe Parisi plans to offer $200,000 in grants to communities looking to partner up with the existing program. The budget would also use $400,000 to create a new 911 dispatch diversion team, which would be made up of crisis counselors.
Finally, we're at a place where people realize that people with mental health challenges and behavioral health challenges need help. And so there are moves on many fronts to enhance services and get people the help they need. And CARES is certainly an extremely important piece of that.
So the Dane County Executive Joe Parisi there adding that a similar team saw success in Tucson, Arizona, cutting down the need for an in-person response by public safety officials by nearly 80%. The funding is included in his budget plan, which he'll unveil on Monday.
On Sunday, just 4 days away now, federal student loan borrowers will have to start making payments for the first time in nearly 3 years. For borrowers and their families, a new government program is being offered to help lower payments. Those payments are going to be based on borrowers' income and the size of their family. For example, a single person making $40,000 a year would pay around $60 a month. There is also a loan forgiveness path that kicks in between 10 and 25 years later, depending on the type and the amount of the loan. You can find more information at studentaid.gov.
$3 million is now going toward the Wisconsin Local Food Purchase Agreement. That agreement is part of a national program that helps small and medium-sized local farms improve and keep up their food systems, as well as distribute nutritious food to underserved communities. USDA Undersecretary Jenny Lester-Moffat was just in Mount Horeb to talk about it. She heard from farmers and farming nonprofit Marble Seed about the impact the money's having in our area.
I'm incredibly appreciative and grateful, and it's created a more vibrant community around our organization, which has also been amazing. The energy at field days and at the conference, just from younger producers, more diverse producers, that's really what this program was meant to do, and that's what it's doing in Wisconsin.
The money is in addition to the $5 million already in place as they hope to further extend the success of the agreement in Wisconsin.
For those who haven't checked your closets yet, we need your help for News 3 Now's Coats for Kids campaign. Please drop off any donations you might have at any Clinky Cleaners location by October 7th, and we'll take care of the rest. Coat distributions will be held next month to make sure area kids stay warm this winter. So far, we've received 1,565 donations. Check out channel3000.com for distribution details and other ways to donate.
Season 9 of the Food Network show Halloween Baking Championships underway, and there's someone from Wisconsin on it. Dan, he is from Onalaska. He's one of the 12 bakers this season. Contestants must complete different Halloween-themed baking challenges. Next week's elimination challenge is a Franken Cake Team Challenge. You can catch the show Food Network Monday at 8 o'clock.
I'll tune in. That sounds great.
That sounds like fun. We're rooting for you, Dan.
Tasty.
Don't let us down.
6:38. Coming up after the break, new COVID vaccines are available, but a lot of Americans are saying no to the shot. We'll tell you why.
And after a week of rain, we do have some quiet weather and also a big warm up into the weekend. The first warm forecast coming up.
What did you get?
A 94.
That's good. AAA Auto Insurance scored a 94 on member satisfaction.
What? AAA Auto Insurance?
Uh-huh. Shh. You can't shush the truth, people. You can't shush the truth.
AAA Auto Insurance. Expect something more. Cobuson Buses, now hiring.
I'm Dina Noland. I drive for Cobuson Buses. Working with Cobuson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. First day of school for my son. The fact that I get to bring him there and I can just park my bus right on the side and walk in, they don't mind that. They want you to be there for your family.
I've always enjoyed working with kids. The opportunity to transport them in a bus, I enjoy doing it.
Visit Cobeson.com to apply.
When you can recline at the touch of a button on buttery soft leather, available in 2 colors, and charge your devices for only $84 a month for 12 months with special financing. There's only one thing to say. Oh, my Bob!
Bob's Discount Furniture.
Teens have drama.
One more minute.
Braces add more drama.
Oh, how does anyone do this?
Invisalign is better oral hygiene and no drama.
Why didn't we do this last year?
Before you were preventing migraine with Qulipta?
And look at me now. You'll never truly forget migraine, but 0 migraine days are possible.
Don't take if allergic to Qulipta. Most common side effects are nausea, constipation, and sleepiness.
Qulipta, the forget you get migraine medicine.
Announcing the winners of Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2023. Congratulations to Buck and Honeys for winning 4 Best of Madison awards in food and drink, including Best Restaurant. See all the winners on MadisonMagazine.com.
My name is Josh Sanabria, and I'm the owner at Isla Veterinary Boutique Hospital. I was 5-6 years of age, and I knew I was going to be a vet. Once Alexandra called me to let me know that Bank of America had approved my loan, it was important to me.
We not only just provide the financing piece, we do everything that we can to surround them with the right people.
All you need is a perfect, amazing team that will guide you through the right steps to be successful, and that's what Bank of America was for me.
What did you get?
A 94.
That's good. AAA Auto Insurance scored a 94 on member satisfaction.
What? AAA Auto Insurance?
Uh-huh. You can't shush the truth, people. You can't shush the truth.
AAA Auto Insurance. Expect something more.
He was last seen fleeing from a traffic stop in Rock County. Months later, his body was discovered in an abandoned home miles away.
It was very shocking to us.
What happened to Christopher Miller? His family feels they've been left in the dark.
We have that right to know.
News 3 Now probes for answers in an exclusive discussion with the Rock County Sheriff's Office.
You have a family here that feels like they weren't heard, that feels like they were dismissed. What do you say to that?
News 3 Now investigates tonight at 10. You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
On the Health Watch this morning, a new survey shows just how many Americans want this fall's COVID-19 vaccine. 25% of adults say they definitely plan to get the shot, 25%, while 33% say they definitely will not get it. That's according to a new survey from the nonprofit health policy group, KFF, formerly the Kaiser Family Foundation. These updated COVID-19 vaccines were designed to help the body fight off the latest variants. They come as America faces an uptick in infections, hospitalizations, and deaths.
Doctors say they're facing a backlog as patients catch up on cancer screenings. The researchers note almost 10 million people missed screenings during the pandemic. The report says that reduced diagnoses for 6 major cancers. Those include colorectal, breast, lung, pancreas, prostate, and thyroid. Now doctors are urging people to catch up on those routine appointments and screenings, but researchers warn it might take longer now to get cancer surgery if it's needed.
All right, 6:43, Kelly Slifka is out on the patio. Dry out there, Kelly.
Yeah, dry for a change. Don't need the umbrella this morning, and it looks like you can keep that umbrella in the closet for a while. We've got some dry weather and some warmer weather on the way, and we are definitely deserving of it after the week of rain. This is the rainfall total throughout the week at the airport, reporting over 2 inches of rain. We've had some reports, though, at least according to our Doppler radar estimates, in southwestern Dane County, 4 or 5, even 6 inches of rain. So some folks had quite a bit of rain. Right now, though, radar is quiet across all of southern Wisconsin. Got a nice warm up. It's really going to be turning out beautiful for the upcoming weekend. Low 80s, last day of September. Beginning of October, the first few days of October look to be warm as well. But it is October, and things can change in a hurry. We got another storm system later next week that'll bring us some cooler weather, then eventually some rain. So we've got a ridge of high pressure that's going to be centered right over the middle of the country. This is a blocking pattern. That's going to keep us warm right through at least the beginning of next week. But as I mentioned, we do have a stronger system that'll arrive by Wednesday. So enjoy the warm-up that we are expecting this weekend. Also, the colors are turning, especially areas to the north. We're getting over 50% coverage in parts of central and northern areas of the state. We've added a few counties here in southern Wisconsin, including Columbia County, now reporting at least 25% coverage of color this morning. Visibility is not too bad in Madison, but you will notice a low gray overcast here. Visibility is down in the south, Platteville, Monroe, and Janesville. Visibility is 3-4 miles per hour. And it may get close to a mile over the next half an hour, 45 minutes, but then it should be quickly clearing on out. So a little bit of fog this morning, and also again later tonight through tomorrow morning. Very common this time of the year because of the low-level moisture, the longer nights. But it's going to be dry now today right through Tuesday of next week, and we're really going to be warming up into the lower 80s for the upcoming weekend. See some of those low clouds, expecting a high of 71 as we try to break out into some of the sun. The sun will be up officially at 6:51 here in just a few minutes. 61 in Madison right now, in Janesville 61, 62 in Lone Rock, 59 in Juneau. Across Dane County, 58 right now in Sun Prairie, and also Rockdale, 57 in Stoughton, and also Oregon. A lot of low clouds this morning, trying to break up a little bit as we get into the afternoon hours. I'd expect more clouds than anything, and we should be clearing out later on tonight. But you can see our 6 to 10 day outlook keeps us above average before some of that cooler weather moves in later next week into next weekend. First warn forecast, 71 today. A mostly cloudy afternoon, but some peaks of sun, a little bit brighter. 76 tomorrow, more sunshine, a lot of sunshine this weekend, low 80s continuing to early next week. And there comes that other storm system by the later part of next week. Will bring us some rain and then cooler weather by next weekend.
Okay, Kelly, that weekend forecast looks phenomenal. Thank you very much. Well, America's emergency oil stockpile has plunged to 40-year lows. The Strategic Petroleum Reserve is down about 270 million barrels over the past 2 years. That is the lowest level since August of 1983. The Energy Department was previously forced to scrap plans to buy oil to replenish the stockpile due to high prices. Oil prices hit 10-month highs this month after Saudi Arabia and Russia vowed to extend their voluntary oil production cuts. An analyst from Goldman Sachs expects oil prices to stay high, which means higher prices at the pump, and could also mean worsening inflation.
Well, watch this. A designer based in London has created the world's first ice cream made from plastic. Yeah, you heard that right. The flavoring in this frozen treat comes from combining the same kind of plastic you see in plastic bottles with bacteria and enzymes. So that bacteria will digest the plastic, and then it will transform the leftovers into molecules that make the vanilla flavor. So you can't buy this right now. It's not for sale. It's part of an art show in London called Guilty Flavors.
This project started from a very big frustration about how the plastic recycling system cannot keep up. Also that despite all the information around plastic production is not decreasing, it's actually increasing.
Okay, scientists in Scotland developed the plastic transformation process, but the ice cream has not yet gone through any regulatory testing to ensure it's safe for human consumption.
Yeah.
Safe to say a lot of hard passes from us here on the desk.
Haven't we been working to get plastics out of our foods?
And out of our systems.
Right. I don't get it, but it's art. Hey, it's art. Right now it's art. It's not food, it's art.
Just look at it.
It's art.
Beautiful. Put it in your living room.
There you go.
Don't touch it. Don't even think about eating it, but enjoy the art. 6:48. Coming up in the morning sprint here on News 3 Now this morning, a Wisconsin soldier captured by North Korea back in U.S. custody. The new video just into the newsroom this morning.
And we want to say a happy birthday to Naomi and Quinn and all the kids turning 3 today. Thanks for celebrating with us. Have a great one. We're back after this.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
It's the Portage Furniture Store's anniversary sale on now with a huge in-stock inventory of top brands for every room in your home with Lazy Boy recliners from $3.99 and always free delivery. The Portage Furniture Store's anniversary sale. Don't miss it.
Daddy teaches you can be anything in this world that you want to be, right? Don't Daddy teach you that?
Yeah, and it doesn't matter
if you're black or white or any color.
See, this is how children think right here. Critical race theory wants to end that.
You can make friends.
Yeah, you can make friends, no matter what color they are. So we need to stop CRT.
The truth wins if we're all brave enough to tell it.
Looks like you've been sleeping well.
Megan, he's back. The My Pillow guy.
And you're looking good.
Still feeling good.
Well, just when you thought it couldn't get any better, we've got the best pillow ever, My Pillow 2.0. When I invented My Pillow, it had everything you'd ever want in a pillow. Well, now there's new technology that makes it even better. My Pillow 2.0 has my patented fill combined with a cooling fabric with temperature regulating thread. My Pillow 2.0 is truly the next generation of My Pillow.
The best sleep just got even better. Whether you have a MyPillow or not, you need to get the brand new MyPillow 2.0. Call or go to MyPillow.com now. Use your promo code, and for a limited time when you buy one, you'll get a second one absolutely free.
You're sleeping even better.
And cooler, too.
And you're looking good.
Feeling good.
I knew you would.
Visit MyPillow.com.
Exciting news. US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone 15 Pro with its stunning titanium design and the best iPhone camera yet. The thing that I love...
Beautiful. Now let's cue the music. Green screen. And action.
US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone.
Come on, man. It's titanium.
US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone.
Cut. Love it.
I felt good.
New and current customers can get the titanium iPhone 15 Pro on us. US Cellular, built for us.
Champion Windows is celebrating our 70th anniversary with our best sale of the year. Right now, buy 2 Comfort 365 windows and get 2 free. Don't sweat over high energy bills. Buy 2, get 2 free. Call or schedule your free estimate online at getchampionwindows.com.
Announcing the winners of Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2023. Congratulations to Schmitz Auto Inc. for winning Best Towing Company, automotive solutions you can count on since 1937. See all the winners on MadisonMagazine.com.
It's the Portage Furniture Store's anniversary sale on now with a huge in-stock inventory of top brands for every room in your home with custom sofas from $8.99 and always free delivery. The Portage Furniture Store's anniversary sale. Don't miss it.
Rediscover life without pain. SSM Health Orthopedics.
6:51, time for the morning sprint.
GOP presidential candidates are looking forward to the third debate of the campaign, wrapping up the second one overnight. 7 of them qualified to take the stage in California yesterday. Frontrunner Donald Trump skipping yet again. He's ahead by 30 points in Iowa, where the caucus is just 4 months away now. The next debate will take place November 8th.
Unless members of Congress can come together, there will be a federal government shutdown on Sunday. Yesterday, President Biden said a lot of vital work could be impacted if the shutdown does happen. Meantime, Speaker McCarthy tried to sweeten a short-term spending bill by including some Republican priorities, such as deep spending cuts and tougher border policies. But those additions make it almost impossible to pass in the Senate.
Breaking news and brand new video just into the newsroom in the last few minutes. Cameras capturing the U.S. Army soldier from Wisconsin who crossed into North Korea, returning to the U.S. Travis King from Racine flew in on a U.S. military flight to the base in San Antonio. You could see him in that video just there. Back in July, King walked into the country from South Korea during a tour of the joint security area. North Korean state media reported it had decided to expel King. He's expected to report now to the medical center on base in San Antonio.
3 Republican state lawmakers, including Assembly Speaker Robin Vos, are introducing legislation to ban gender-affirming care for minors. The legislation would prevent doctors and medical providers from gender-affirming practices on someone under 18 years old. The legislature's LGBTQ+ caucus calls the proposal an attack on trans youth.
Tonight, the Packers host the Lions at Lambeau on Thursday Night Football. Remember, if you want to watch, though, you'll need an Amazon Prime subscription. Due to a contractual agreement between the NFL and Amazon, you won't be able to watch the Pack on TV unless you have that Prime account. Kickoff is set for 7:15. The Natural Resources Board here in Wisconsin is voting unanimously for a rule to impose stricter limits on surface water pollution. Business groups are protesting, saying that will increase costs beyond what's permitted under state law. The rule applies to all increased pollutants, things like phosphorus and ammonia in treated wastewater or polluted runoff from construction sites.
Another Wisconsin man has been arrested and charged in connection to the January 6th attacks on the Capitol. According to a complaint filed this week, 37-year-old Charles Walters of Sparta was identified by body camera. He's the 11th person arrested from Wisconsin on charges related to that day.
We've learned a driver was traveling nearly 25 miles over the speed limit before crashing into a Verona school principal in January. Despite this, there are no criminal charges against him in the death of Beth Steffen. Instead, he received a speeding ticket. Fitchburg police say there's no evidence the driver was using his phone before the crash or that he was impaired.
Skipping the debate, former President Donald Trump spoke in Michigan instead about the ongoing United Auto Workers strike. Trump and his campaign called the Biden visiting the picket lines in Michigan a PR stunt. Trump's speech to union workers took place at Drake Enterprises, a non-union auto parts plant. The former president also lashed out at the production of electric vehicles.
Democratic Senator Bob Menendez of New Jersey is out on bond this morning after pleading not guilty to 3 federal charges. They stem from an alleged bribery scheme that involved using his political power to help the Egyptian government. Menendez has pledged to stay in his role, but he has stepped down as the chairman of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee.
All right, good morning. 5 minutes away from 7 o'clock. A little bit of light fog, especially south of Madison here in Monroe and Janesville. Visibility is down to 2 to 4 miles. Just some low clouds here in the Madison area. Now that the sun is up, I think that the light fog that we have in some areas should be starting to burn off. Temperatures generally in the low 60s this morning, so fairly mild. A lot of low clouds, but you don't need the umbrella today, as we will see a lot of clouds through the morning hours, trying to break up a little bit this afternoon as we climb into the upper 60s and low 70s today. All in all, not a bad day with temperatures in the 60s this morning, low 70s. Dry for a change after all the rain all week, and we are in definitely deserving some nice dry weather, and that'll be the case Friday right through the weekend. Temperatures in the low 80s going into October. It is October, though. We have some rain chances come our way next week and also some cooler weather by the following weekend.
Looking forward to seeing all that sun, Kelly.
Yeah, low 80s. You know, it's hard to believe we are headed into October and we're talking about summer-like temperatures.
We like it. Thank you very much.
We'll have another news and weather update in 30 minutes.